Okay, so on to another artist that we haven't reacted to in a while. Actually, another two artists that we haven't reacted to in a while, and that's Easy Mill and Eminem. This is actually Eminem featuring Easy Mill, and I think it's one of his. We have to still react to Eminem's entire album as well, the last album that he fucking dropped. I think we did one song or two songs of theirs, and I absolutely. Eminem's my favorite rapper. Well, so many people say that, but really, absolutely love the man, and we haven't reacted to a lot of his stuff. Kind of veered off into a whole bunch of other sort of genres, but yeah, I mean, this year we're going to bring it back. We're going to bring quite a lot back into rap this year, right? I kind of feel like we've drifted away from rap for a bit, and that was my bedrock. That was my springboard on this channel. So let's do that. Where my Filipinos at, man? We haven't reacted to Easy Mill for a flipping long time, and I know you guys who absolutely love me, and you guys are always in the comment section and always my biggest fans. One of my biggest fans, but you guys are always there and always positive, man. Greatest group of people. So yeah, this one's for you, man. Let's get to it. It's Sunday, so something a little bit chilled. We will be bringing a whole bunch of stuff. We've got the Alter Bridge album coming. We've got a whole bunch of things that's going to come. Yeah, we're going to try and be a lot more consistent on this channel with all this stuff, and I know there's been up and downs and things like that. Scrap it. That's the past. What are you guys, cops? No. So let me just do my thing, alright? Okay, so this one over here is Eminem Head Honcho Easy featuring Easy Mill. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we got.
Doing my best just to not blow my cover. Know it's all just a test, but I can't pass up this hunger. There's still a hole in my chest, and I'm trying to strap it with numbers. All you hoes got your checks, but I'm...
Oh. Okay, you know what? Actually, this is what we do with Easy Mill all the time, and we actually should be doing it with Eminem as well. Is let it just play out. I'll come back to it and break down the lyrics. Okay, but let's just play it out, or else I'm gonna kill the track. Okay, so let's it just play out. Okay, let's go back from the beginning.
Just to not blow my cover. Know it's all just a test, but I can't pass up this hunger. There's still a hole in my chest, and I'm trying to strap it with numbers. All you hoes got your checks, but I'm a queen when I run up. Cross a king with my hunters, shooting threes in abundance. Rookie G's acting thuggish, you pawns to me, shut the fuck up. Annihilation's what we love, steady hitting, getting dubs. Just wait till we get the guns out. 45 na kalibre o 9, ikaw na bahala sa dinami-rami mong mali. Utak mo lang may tama.
I love it when he goes into the Filipino.
Ang sarap mong ilublob sa dagat. Di kailangan magpatunay sa sino man ang nakikinig. Di masasalag ng sentido o ng iyong bibig. Picture this, I might be a hero to your little kid, or a villain. Either way, I'm the fucking head honcho. Money come from my flow, the clip a lead blanco. Get the bread pronto, yeah, I'm the head honcho. Money come from my flow, clip a lead blanco. Then get the bread pronto. I got loose grips, two grip. That's the shit I'm smooth with. I'm the new kid that these fathers can't fool with. Shit, my noose lifts, I tighter than how these boots fit. I got that new drip that drowns Titanic cruise ships. Don't you dip and dabble too close, just watch us from a distance. I don't fuck with all that glucose. You fall and need assistance, I could do the same, but who knows? I'd rather say good riddance, Jack the Ripper, ripping paroles, annihilate with persistence. To try to say something different, but by today I'm just spitting to rhyme while making a living. But mama say that I'm different, she proud of how I do business. I kinda resemble hitmen that got away from the killing. I'm the head honcho, money come from my flow, the clip a lead blanco. Get the bread pronto, yeah, I'm the head honcho.
They call me the boss though, you can call me Marshall.
Get the bread pronto.
Let's go.
Relate to me, guess you never been angry or sad, or maybe just have never had to face any adversity, take any ass whippings. I basically had to see some shit that'd make you faint like you're faking the jab. Bitch, you wish you had a life like mine. You just fantasize the
I fucking love this kamikaze flow. Like literally, you started hearing this flow. I know he had different, like sort of different flows, and you might have heard this in the past as well. But he definitely has a very different rapping style to what he had when he was first coming up with Curtain Call and all of that, right? And like the Marshall Mathers LP and shit like that, right? It was different, right? He kind of had to relearn how to rap, just for those of you who don't know. But I like this style. It's sort of it's kind of like he's always had a choppy style, but this kamikaze kind of broke out in this particular style. That very kamikaze flow. You know what I mean? That album kind of introduced us to that kind of thing.
You wish you had a life like mine. You just fantasize the shit you write. You guys like lying. Everything you ever been through multiplied by 9. Ain't even half the shit I went through by the time I was 5. Like what? Saw my uncle get stabbed, took a knife right in the ab. raps, and all he was trying to do was get my tricycle back. Yeah, the one that Boogie, Malcolm, and Isaac just jacked. After they jumped me and stumped me and hit me twice with a bat. Was 5.5, second time I survived an attack. Two twins, they called themselves the Bulldogs, white kids and fat. I was too frightened to scrap, I didn't fight or hit back. And you wonder why is it that I treat a mic like a gat. When I pull it, a bullet from out a barrel the size of a Derringer flies. That's how I would characterize lyrics, but America, I could see the fear in your eyes. You saw my terrible side, the blonde hair and blue eyes. Now the writing is on the wall, like graffiti still. If you're having trouble reading,
it's just giving me fucking goosebumps. Oh my god, the bars in this are fire, and they're real and they're relatable, and they're playing back into his history as well. I'll explain that when I start breaking it down. Give me a second.
Characterize lyrics, but America, I could see the fear in your eyes. You saw my terrible side, the blonde hair and blue eyes. Now the writing is on the wall like graffiti still. If you're having trouble reading, will make it simple. He's Ezekiel, easy name to remember, cause his rap name is the same. It's like 10 minutes on stages for me. Easy meal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, cause it sure as Ma used to feed me. Sleeping pills to keep me sleepy still. It was creepy cause of Nietzsche could have easily Casey Anthony'd me. These rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me. Cold as the wind chill factor, but the fact is I don't know when to chill. But every time I come out, they expect me to fucking reinvent the wheel. Rappers get praised for spitting bars with less than a tenth of skill. Imbecile on the ledge like a benzo pill on the windowsill. Now canceled ain't the word for me. You need a term that's probably stronger than dirty laundry. This controversy got me in the worst of quandaries. Feel like the earth's axis, the world's turning on me. Like them cops in Akron, Ohio, with Jalen Walker. Ain't caught this much flack in a while, since back as a child. And all I did was say like one thing bad, then it spiraled. Saw you cracking a smile, then relapsed in the mild ways back in the vial. Guess there ain't no civilizing a savage, and I don't give a fuck if you hate me worse than these track on revival. Bitch, I'm back like a spinal, get it cracking like Kairos. It's the coup de grace, I'm cruder than removing claws from a cougar's paws and throwing it back in the wild. But you taming me ain't gonna happen, and I'll live on planet denial for the rest of my life. But you'll be a stand till I die though. Stand till I die though.
No one does it like this man. Absolutely fucking nobody does it like this man. Nobody can actually string fucking sentences and actually do linguistic acrobatics like this motherfucker. I'm sorry. Just no one can do that. Anyway, let's go back. Okay, let's do the sort of breakdown over here, and let's see if we can sort of dissect this a little. Let's go.
Doing my best just to not blow my cover. Know it's all just a test, but I can't pass up this hunger. There's still a hole in my chest, and I'm trying to strap it with no.
This over here is fire. There's still a hole in my chest and I'm trying to strap it with numbers, which is fucking fire. So he's talking about his pain over here. So from a metaphorical perspective, absolutely brilliant. So literally saying he still has that pain. He still has that wound in his chest. And instead of actually dealing with that pain, right, to really heal the wound, he's actually trying to deal it with more. So he's more focused on the metrics, right? That wound is still open, but the fact that wound is still open is very powerful to him because it kind of gives him something to fight for. But what he keeps sort of like strapping onto that wound is actually numbers, successes. So he's stacking up, right? Fire. Very clever line.
Hole in my chest, and I'm trying to strap it with numbers. All you hoes got your checks, but I'm a queen when I run up across.
That's fire. All you hoes got your checks, but I'm a queen when I run up. That's just a fucking chess bar, which is basically a queen can run around the board however it wants to. It's not a pawn, it's not a rook, it's not a knight, it's not even a king can move like that. You know what I mean? He can literally move anywhere and everywhere on the board, and he can eat every piece at will. Fire. Just great little chessboard play on that.
I'm a queen when I run up, cross a king with my hunters, shooting through.
Cross a king with my hunters, right? Where literally when you're castling on a chessboard, do you know what I mean? Very clever, where you literally crossing the knights. Come on, bro. And the bishops, fire.
He's in abundance, rookie G's acting thuggish. You pawns to me, shut the fuck up.
But you pawns to me, shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? You're the ones that go out and get sacrificed. I don't get sacrificed. I'm too important to that. I'm a queen when I run up. Fire, bro. So fire.
Annihilation's what we love. Steady hitting, getting dubs. Just wait till we get the guns out. 45 na calibre o 9, ikaw na bahala.
I love that 4-5. I don't know if it's 4-5. Obviously, it's not that, but it's 4-5 and 9. 9 being 9. In Portuguese, it's 9. In Spanish, it's 9, whatever. But I like that because he's talking about the caliber of the gun. But now he's in his bag with the I say Filipino, but there's actually I forgot the name for it. That shows you how long I've been away. But anyway, carry on.
Ikaw na bahala sa dinami-rami mong mali. Utak mo lang may tama. Sakitin mo mag-isip pare. Laka mo lang nabanat. Naglalim-laliman. Ang sarap mong ilublob sa dagat. Di ka lang.
I love that you got a narrow mind, but you never got the stretch. So you can't stretch your imagination. You can't stretch, right? Which means like you're just too narrow-minded, essentially. So you can't think outside the box. Fire.
Pagpatunay sa sino man na nakikinig. Di masasalag ng sentido o ng iyong bibig. Picture this, I might be a hero to your little kid, or a villain. Either way, I'm the fucking head.
I love that. Picture this. Like this might, for his haters, this must be the worst thing to hear, where you literally say, picture this. I think actually him being a villain to the kid is probably better than him being a hero to the kid. Imagine you as a father of your child, and your child looks up to him. I would rather him be a villain if you hate the man. You know what I mean? If you are beefing with this guy, right, and he's literally telling you he's the fucking head honcho, to sit there and think that my child looks up to him, I'd rather him not. I'd rather my child follow a demon. That's basically what he's saying. It's like you can't even choose. It's like it's the best of, it's the worst of two worlds, essentially, is what he's trying to say. I don't really give a fuck how they see me. If they see me as a villain, it hurts you. If they see me as a if they see me as a villain, it hurts you. If they see me as a hero, it hurts you even more. So I don't care how they see me. You know what I mean? I'm still the fucking head honcho. Fire. Very clever.
Honcho, money come from my flow. They clip a lead blanco. They get the bread pronto. Yeah, I'm the head honcho. Money come from my flow. Clip a lead blanco. They get the bread pronto. I got loose scripts, tool grip. That's the shit I'm smooth with. I
fucking love that. That's so fucking clever. I got loose scripts, tool grip. Basically, he's just got loose pieces of paper that he's got like literally writing on it with the tool grip, basically saying the pencil. It's just a very creative way of saying that he's got scraps of brilliance just lying around with his tool grip. Do you know what I mean? So it's literally he's gripping on his pencil. And because that's the shit I'm smooth with. I mean, it's very clever, very, very smart.
New scripts, tool grip, that's the shit I'm smooth with. I'm the new kid that these fathers can't fool with. Shit, my new slips, I tighter than how these boots fit.
That line is fucking frighteningly good. Frighteningly good. Because he's basically telling you, he's flexing in a very, very militant way, right? He's basically saying, I got my shit, my new slips. So basically when you're in the lap of luxury, when you're comfortable, right? You're no longer a soldier. You're no longer on the front lines. You're no longer in the construction sites. Let's say if you want to use a different metaphor, right? Where you've got to wear the fucking boots because you're always at war, right? You're at war in life. You're at war in everything, psychologically, whatever it is. So he's basically saying that he's still at war, but he's at war in slips. So he's in luxury, in the lap of luxury, but they fit him tighter than boots fit. So basically saying, don't forget that I'm still a soldier. I'm just in the lap of luxury now. I've never forgotten where I came from. Do you know what I mean? It's just while I'm in the lap of luxury, these slips fit tighter than my boots did. You know what I mean? Fire, just such a clever way to flip that. So clever.
My new slips, I tighter than how these boots fit. I got that new drip that drowns Titanic or cruise ships.
That's just fire. I got that new drip in terms of water, Titanic, that drowns Titanical cruise ships. Do you know what I mean? So that's fire. So basically you've got your ships. He's playing into so many different things. Obviously the Titanic, obviously the water, obviously battleships. Do you know what I mean? And then he's flexing on you, and then obviously the people that drowned in the Titanic, but he's not saying the Titanic. He's literally using Titanical as the adjective, right? To say that this is big, like I drowned Titanical cruise ships. So if you think you are the Titanic, I will drown you Titanical. I drown Titanical cruise ships. Do you know what I mean? So even if you think that you are the Titanic, you know, I've always got your fucking square on my battleship board. It's very, very, very fucking clever.
Cruise ships, don't you dip and dabble too close. Just watch us from a distance. I don't fuck with all that glucose. You falling.
Also, fucking fire. I don't fuck with all that glucose. You fall and need assistance. So if you have too much glucose, it means that you're sick, which is playing into diabetes. Which means that you're actually not at your strongest, essentially. You actually need assistance. But he's also playing in, I don't fuck with all that glucose. I don't fuck with all that sweetness. I don't fuck with being sweet. I'm actually spicy. Do you know what I mean? That's basically what he's trying to say. And usually in that slang, in the hood slang, it's like, you know, he's sweet with it, right? So don't you think I'm sweet with it? That's how they literally would say it. He's basically saying, I don't deal with sweetness. I deal with fucking heat. Do you know what I mean? So it's fire. Very clever. Very, very, very smart spin on that bar.
All that glucose, you falling, need assistance. I could do the same, but who knows? I'd rather say good riddance, Jack the Ripper, ripping paroles, annihilate with persistence. To try to say something different, but by today I'm just spitting to rhyme while making a living. But mama say that I'm different. She proud of how I do business. I kinda resemble hitmen that got away from.
Eminem also liked the way you did business, and that's why you fucking on a track with Eminem, and that's why you signed to his record label as well. He says literally his mom knew that he was cut from a different cloth. His mom knew his talents. His mom knew that he was going to soar to great heights, right? But what I like about what he said over here, also very great play over here. So proud of how I do business. I kind of resemble hitmen, right? I got away from the killing, which is fucking cool, because the hitman is the one that does the killing, and then he's very precise with it, which he mentioned in a previous bar. So he's literally saying, I'm precise with it, and you won't know, you know what I mean? From a distance will come a sound that you'll never, you know, will come a sound that you won't hear, essentially, is basically what he's trying to say. And I will get away, because that's what hitmen do. They hit and they flee, and you won't know who it is, and something like that. But also, hitmen aren't the men that get hit. Do you know what I mean? Because once you're the hitman, you're at the top of the food chain, essentially. You are contracted out to take out people. You know what I mean? They're not going to take out the hitman, essentially. I guess if you maybe hire another hitman, but he's titanical with it, so the other hitman would needs to be as titanical, essentially.
Hitmen that got away from the killing. I'm the head honcho. Money come from my flow. The clip a lead blanco. Get the bread pronto. Yeah, I'm the head honcho.
They call me the boss though, you can call me Marshall.
Get the bread pronto.
You don't relate to me, guess you never been angry or sad. Or maybe just have, never had to face any adversity. Take any ass whippings, I basically had to see some shit that'd make you faint.
I love how he's actually talking to an entire generation over here, where it's like you'd never had to face any sort of adversary. That's why you don't understand me, because the people that grew up listening to my music, the people that grew up listening to my pain, were in the same fucking boat with me. They were growing up with adversary, and that's why they didn't get so offended by it. I blew up in that age. I blew up in the age where I was still I was heavy, I was insulting, I was who I was angry and things like that, and not many people had much to say about that. You know what I mean? There were obviously still critics, but the majority of people related to him. Why? Because they all faced adversary, right? They didn't have such an easy fucking privileged life that it comes to a point that my words are hurting you. If you had faced any level of adversary, these words you would never say those things. These words would never hurt you. They would never harm you, essentially. So he's basically talking to an entire generation that's sort of grown up with kid gloves around them. Fire. Very, very cool.
Basically had to see some shit that'd make you faint like you're faking the jab. Bitch, you wish you had a life like mine. You just fantasize the shit you write. You guys like lying. Everything you ever been through multiplied by 9 ain't even half.
Fucking love the fact that he says everything you've ever been to multiplied by 9, where he's playing into like he had 9 lives, given how many things happened to him, right? And even if you had to multiply all those things by my 9 lives, you literally wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't even be able to relate, right? You've never faced what I've faced, essentially. So it's very cool. But the fact that he's multiplied it specifically by 9 is alluding to the fact that he's still here is wild, because, you know, he must have had 9 lives. And then he says, you pussy, in the bar before, right? And then multiply by 9 lives. Cats have 9 lives. Very fucking cool. Very fucking clever. It's Eminem. We know this.
Multiplied by 9 ain't even half the shit I went through by the time I was 5. Like what? Saw my uncle get stabbed, took a knife right in the abs, and all he was trying to do was get my tricycle back. Yeah, the one that Boogie, Malcolm, and Isaac just jacked after they jumped me and stumped me and hit me twice with a bat. Was 5 and a half. Second time I survived an attack. 2 twins, they called themselves the Bulldogs, white kids and fat.
I love that he actually said that everything else was self-explanatory. He's just obviously painting a picture for you. This over here, 2 twins, they called themselves the Bulldogs, white kids and they're fat, right? The Bulldogs, if you actually think of the bulldog, it's the sort of like the animal of the UK, right? The national animal of the UK are the Bulldogs. The UK seen as a white country, right? So literally the bulldog, they call themselves the Bulldogs, white kids, essentially, which is very clever.
bulldogs, white kids and fat. I was too frightened to scrap. I didn't fight or hit back, and you wonder why is it that I treat a mic like a gat.
You wonder why I didn't fight back, because I treat a mic like a gat. I don't use brawn, I use brain, essentially. Fire.
When I pull it, a bullet from out a barrel the size of...
This is fire. Okay, so fully loaded, but I pull it, a bullet from a barrel the size of a Derringer Flies, right? Like a Derringer Flies is literally an old gun, essentially. So he's basically taking you back to his history. So fully loaded, and he's pulling a bullet out of the fucking pistol that he used to fire from back in the day, right? So he's basically telling you, I'm giving you a piece of the old me. I'm firing from the old me. Do you know what I mean? Very, very, very clever way of actually taking it back in history. You know what I mean? Saying that I'm bringing the old me back, but through describing it through a type of gun. Fucking fire. Really cool.
Out a barrel the size of a derringer flies. That's how I would characterize lyrics. But America, I could see the fear in your eyes. You saw my terrible side, the blonde hair and blue eyes. Now the writing is on the wall, the graffiti still.
The best side of Eminem was that where literally... also, if you go back, he's like America. He actually addresses America in one of his songs in the Eminem show. America! He actually starts with that over there. And it's actually quite bone chilling, essentially. So if you had to think about it. But if you had to think about it now, the way we used to see him then, it used to like literally get a rise out of us. But now it literally terrifies the kids of today. Once again, because you haven't gone through what he's gone through. Do you know what I mean? So he's literally saying like he's bringing it back to the fucking, you know, the blonde and blue eyes and the fucking fingerless gloves and the Habana. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe.
Writing is on the wall like graffiti still. If you're having trouble reading, we'll make it simple. He's
very clever writing on the wall, graffiti still. Very cool. Make it simple. He's Ezekiel, which is fire. Easy. Make it simple. Right, easy, simple. He's Ezekiel. Obviously, Easy Mill's name is Ezekiel. Easy name to remember.
Ezekiel, easy name to remember, because his rap name is the same. It's like 10 minutes on stage.
This is such a fucking flex, because his rap name is like 10 minutes on stage for me. Easy Mill, 10 minutes, Easy Mill, $1 million. Too simple.
Ages for me, Easy Mill, or should I say measly mill? Yeah, because
also, but should I say measly mill? It's like, it's measly. I mean, fuck. It's nothing. Jump change. That comes into my bank account and it doesn't look like the numbers even change. You know what I mean? It's basically what he's saying.
This sure as Ma used to feed me sleeping pills to keep me sleepy still. It was creepy cause the Nietzsche could have easily Casey Anthony'd me. These rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me. Nope.
Love that fucking bar. These rappers, I'm above them, but ain't. So the way he's played that bar is so fucking clever, because he's saying these rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me, where he's basically saying that I will gladly put myself beneath them to punch up, right, to those that are beneath me. Do you know what I mean? So it's so clever, because he's flipping that in such a cool way, in terms of saying I am above them, and it feels like I'm punching down. But these fucking rappers who keep calling my fucking name, I put myself beneath them and I punch up again. Do you know what I mean? So he's literally flipping it as like a full circle sort of flip. It's very, very smart bar. Do you know what I mean?
Could have easily Casey Anthony'd me. These rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me. Nope. Cold as the wind chill factor, but the fact is I don't know when to chill. But every time I come out, they expect me to fucking reinvent the...
Very fucking clever with the wind that chill. Cold as the wind chill factor, but the fact is I don't know when to chill. Very clever, chill and chill. Obviously playing into temperature and actually calmness in terms of him being calm.
But every time I come out, they expect me to fucking reinvent the wheel. Rappers get praised for spitting bars with less than a tenth of skill. Imbecile on.
That is fucking true, right? Because look, he's been in the game for a hell of a long time, so people consistently expect, it's just human nature. Do you know what I mean? They actually expect him to consistently reinvent the wheel. Like Revival, when it came out, it's like he was trying to do something. He was actually trying to do something different, right? To a certain degree, trying to reinvent the wheel, and they hate it. So it's like, okay, you love me firstly for what I said, you love me for the fucking skill, because he's got an enormous amount of skill, but every time I try to reinvent the wheel, you come out and you attack me, and then you, in saying that, it's almost like you want me to reinvent the wheel again, but you don't want me to reinvent the wheel. You want the old shady, and when you get some of the old shady, you want me to reinvent the wheel. You want some different new shady. It's basically saying, I don't know what the fuck you want, actually. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's almost like saying, like, you don't really get the artistry, you don't get the music, essentially, right? Because you guys worship fucking all these people that have a tenth of the skill, right? You'll go and say it's all fire, but I release something that's slightly different, and then you'll say like, oh, well, this is shit. It's like, okay, so when I'm reinventing the wheel, you're not happy. When I'm not reinventing the wheel and I'm sticking to my old self, you're not happy. The fuck do you want?
With less than a tenth of skill, imbecile on the ledge like a benzo pill on the windowsill. Now cancelled ain't the word for me. You need a term.
That fucking bar is so fucking clever. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, go back. Imbecile on the ledge like a benzo pill on the windowsill. It's all playing into like fucking psych ward institution. Come on, bro. That's so fucking smart with the drugs and that. Clever.
On the windowsill, now cancelled ain't the word for me. You need a term that's probably stronger than dirty laundry. This
Cancel ain't the word for me. You need a term that's stronger than fucking dirty laundry. So I mean, he's basically says, I have my dirty laundry, but you need something that's stronger. You can't cancel me for the things in the past, right? So you need something stronger than trying to like wash my dirty laundry, because it is who I am, essentially. So it's very clever the way he's played that.
Controversy got me in the worst of quandaries. Feel like the Earth's axis, the world's turning on me.
Fucking love that. I feel like the word's axis, the world is turning on me because the world is turning on its axis. Fire.
Like them cops in Akron, Ohio, with Jalen Walker. Ain't caught this much flack in a while, since back as a child. And all I did was say like one thing bad, then it spiraled. Saw you cracking a smile, then relapsed in a mile. Ways back in the...
So you cracking a smile, then relapsed into mile? So basically relapsed into sort of who he was, right? Because that trauma kind of got to him, essentially. And it took him all the way back to the days where... you know, he suffered that level of trauma as well, which is 8 Mile. He's playing into that.
Guess there ain't no civilizing a savage, and I don't give.
I guess there's no civilizing a savage. It's fire, bro. I love the fact that he's sticking to that whole savage vibe. It's like, I am a savage. I always was a savage. I'll always be a savage. Take it or leave it.
Guess there ain't no civilizing a savage, and I don't give a fuck if you hate me worse than he's track on revival. Bitch, I'm back like a spinal. Get it cracking like.
I love that, bitch. I'm back like a spinal, get cracking like Kairos, bruh. What? That whole fucking back Cairo, bro, is so fucking clever. I'm back. Back, spinal's in your back, so get cracking where you can crack your spinal cord like Kairos. And then obviously chiropractors crack your fucking spinal cord, which they making noise. He's back and making noise, you know what I mean? And cracking heads, cracking people, cracking whatever, right? Fire.
Kairos, it's the coup de grace, I'm crude.
Coup de grace is basically saying the final blow, right? This is the final blow. I'm cooler than removing claws from a cougar's paws. It's just so fucking fire. So fire. Because he's playing into the actual cougar itself, which is a savage wild animal, right? But taking the sting out of it, so literally taking the fucking claws off, so it's no longer dangerous. So he declaws cougars, but also playing into woman with the fingernails, essentially, which is super fucking clever, and then throwing them back in the wild. So it's basically saying, I will take a cougar, sleep with them, and throw them back into the fucking mix of society, and also saying, I'll take a cougar in terms of the dangerous animal and declaw that and throw that back into the wild. So super, super fucking clever on that, essentially.
It's the coup de grace, I'm cruder than removing claws from a cougar's paws and throwing it back in the wild. But you taming me ain't gonna happen, and I'll live on planet denial.
Fucking love it. So it's basically, see, I will tame you, but you don't tame me. No one conditions me. I condition you. Do you know what I mean? I've gained that level of awareness. I've gained that level of skill. I've gained that level of fortitude. I've gained that level of training in every single which way, in the mental sense, in the physical sense, in every single fucking which way. You cannot tame me. I tame you, right? And I've reached a level where I can tame you in the sense that I can condition you. In terms of how he speaks about a woman, a cougar with the nails, he conditions her and he can throw her back in the wild because he can get another cougar tomorrow. Same thing with a cougar that comes from the wild. He can declaw that and throw it back into the wild because he is more savage than that savage animal. Do you know what I mean? Which is fucking amazing. So he's happy to live on planet denial, where he says it might feel like it's denial, but that's my life. That's how I see the world. Fire.
For the rest of my life, but you'll be a stand till I die.
That's fucking true. He's basically saying But you can say whatever you fucking want. At the end of the day, you'll still remain a stan. Even if you don't admit to it, you will still be a stan. Even if you don't admit to it. You know what I mean? It's basically saying you're lying to yourself. And you even if you hate me, you love me.
My life, but you'll be a stan till I die though. Stand till I die though.
Too fucking fire. What a fucking track. I really do need to get onto this fucking album because it is super, super, super sick. But yeah, man, we haven't done Easy Mill, so I thought I'd do the head honcho for my PINOY people. You know what I mean? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you very much. I will catch you with a whole bunch of other stuff this week. Stay safe. Peace.
Yeah, hit record, room goes quiet, little red light, feels like a riot, scrolling through noise, every voice say trend, I ain't chasing that train, if the tracks don't bend, I see thumbnails, big fonts, bright lies, I see comments, climb like high tides, they say react fast, stay relevant quick, but I'm slowing down time for the ones that stick, yeah, I'm hunting for the chill, not the click, for the moment that your ribs start to twitch. When the truth in a line cuts the script, when your chest gets tired and you can't quite sit. Resonance over relevance, that's how I'm wired. If they don't shake my skeleton, it ain't getting dialed in. It's for the wins in the comments section, still feeling every second. If your soul moves once in the silence, that's my metric. That's my metric. Resonance over relevance, heartbeat, not the algorithm. You can keep your easy evidence. I'm chasing what was never given. When a song cracks open your defenses, I'm there, I'm there, you're the witness. If your eyes well up for a minute, that's the win. Yeah, that's the difference. Name's Traktician, I lay lines, track missions. Every pause, every flinch, that's a split-second vision. I rewind the hurt, not the hook in the charts. Taking trailers to church, till they tear you apart. I don't care if it's old, if it hits like new. If a whisper in a verse pulls the fight from you, I'll stop, lean in, let the frame run long. Cause the quietest crack is the start of a song. They say talk more, talk faster, sell. But I'm listening for echoes where they fail. When the past in your chest rings the bell, and you feel your own story in someone else. Resonance over relevance, that's how I'm wired. If it don't shake my skeleton, it ain't getting dialed in. It's for the ones in the back row, hiding in the glow. If one line drags you from the edges, I'm holding on, I won't let go. Resonance over relevance, heartbeat, not the algorithm. You can keep your easy evidence. I'm chasing what was never given. When a song cracks open your defenses, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. True witness. If your eyes well up for a minute, that's the win. Yeah, that's the difference. Do you feel that? Neck hairs rise like a warning, breath caught like you're bracing for a storming. This ain't buzz, this is bone deep forming. When the art hits hard like a life you're mourning. I'm not here for a trend, I'm here for a turn. For the day you say wait, that line burn. For the weight in your chest you finally name. That's the only kind of view that remembers my name. Traktician. Resonance over relevance, say it till it sinks in. Hey, if it don't wake dead nerves, I ain't pressing play again. This for the ones that feel too much and call it a curse. Come sit in this frame with me, let it all reverse. Resonance over relevance, heartbeat, not the algorithm. If the truth hurts more than the evidence, that's the cut, that's the incision. When the sound shakes loose your defenses, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. If your life feels changed in a minute, that's the track, and I'm standing in it.